for my videos. I'm not answering any questions right now. I'm just doing some videos for January. So let's go ahead and see what's happening for the United States of America. Let's see. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. More information in the description box. I'm on Etsy. Hipsy and TikTok. Alright, so let's see what's happening. Let's go ahead and see the overall energy as Americans that we're going to have in the month of January. Alright, and I'm going to answer some questions really quick to see how we're doing. Okay, so let's see here. Let me grab some cards. I already did the Trump January reading, so if you guys want to check that out, just check it out under my playlists. I put it under presidential reads. Okay, let's see. As a nation, what are we going to be focused on because of the news outlets or social media or whatever? What's the focus? What's happening in January? We're really going to be watching out for something. The huge freaking eyes coming out first. 7 choices. What? It's a freaking fly in here. Or a mosquito. Ugh. Okay, I have the door open because my dog comes in and out, but I'm blocking him because he's been chewing up on my tarot boxes. So, it looks like we're going to look at choices here. We're possibly going to look at choices on, has to do with, the environment for some people, or maybe looking at what's healthy long-term growth, and why is spirituality showing up somehow? I don't know, that's weird. Okay, what else? Some kind of obstacles changing for us. Something that we've seen as an obstacle for us Americans is changing in the month of January. Something's changing, evolving. Okay. What? I'll get some more cards in just a second here for a specific one. Let's do one more. I really have a hard time thinking there's going to be a fire in January, though. So I don't know if I should take it like that. It's like, if it's not that, it's more like, feel a little bit more comfortable, more calmer in January. We're going to be in our hearts, feeling a little more comfortable and more calmer in January is what it's telling me. Okay. Let's see what else. What else is happening for Americans overall in January? The biggest stuff happening that's going to make most headlines or whatever. Or shoppers, whatever. Some kind of pride. People are going to be more focused on showing pride about what is important to them. Family and friends. Family and friends. Pride when it comes to family and friends is what it's telling me. That's weird. Is it because it's a new year and everybody's like, oh, let's just be nice at the beginning of the year and then be shitty again after the month of January? Possibly. Let me see what else I got in here. There's somebody who has a title or has a lot of money or investments who may retire. Well, there's going to be news about this person. It's an older person. Is he going to die or something? What does this mean? Like, what's happening here? That so far seems a little interesting. gonna come in. It's bringing something in. The focus is going to be on this person with the title or flashy person who has a lot of obligations or has money investments here. And this one talks about retirement or working or bringing in work. So it could be someone here that kind of commits to or promises or opens up something, brings in work for us as Americans. I don't know what exactly that means. Hopefully they just open a new company, like a huge manufacturing company, and then they have more jobs for us. That'd be cool. We need more jobs, better jobs. Okay, and I'm going to do some individual states in just a second. The ones have been on the news more than anything, so I'm just enjoying my time. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and see. Anything else happening? I'm going to mute it when I shuffle these so you guys don't hear it very much. But let's see what's happening to us as Americans in January. What's happening, what's going to be on the news, drama, whatever. So let me pause it. Okay, let me grab some. I just mute it because they're so tiny and I have to have them in here. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm grabbing. Okay, let's see what we've got. What the hell is happening? I think I'm getting the energy of something that reminded me of one of the readings I did for Trump too about this. And I'm not going to stop saying what I always say. And I'll tell you guys in just a second. Okay, so we have false identity about war. Some fake news or someone lying about war and death. And then it's like routine. Like it's, history keeps repeating itself. Then we have some kind of judgment here, or forgiveness, or some kind of judgment of unsealed records, and it involves some kind of doing something dirty here, and then disposing of evidence. There's some kind of deleted footage, and then do not enter, wrong way, prohibited, something prohibited, or it seems like it's went the wrong way. That's why they're doing this possibly. There's some kind of water. Water means emotions. It could mean like drowning in something, and then it could be drowning in people, taking back, not like, what does it say? Like drowning, suffocating, taking something like retracting or something like that, and then it has to do with drugs or something poisonous, and then they had it wrong. So it's like saying someone's drowning, they're drowning in something, or something's happening to people. They are retracting. I don't know why I want to say that, because this medical thing, they had it wrong and they were lying to us. They were lying to us. Anything else? Anything else or more about this? Oh, let me read it. Okay, let me see. I enjoy this, and this is what I'm gonna do, whether I get two viewings or one. I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna do what I want to do anymore and not focus on views, because it's too much of a struggle and I have too much going on, and I need to just focus on what's important right now. And what's important is to finish my project that I have going on, work, kids, future duties that I'm looking forward to, and titles, and then doing the tarot that I enjoy making, because it's fun for me. Something's going to be opened by accident. There's an idea that's starting to begin a rebuild. Something's false and it's devilish. Someone's working their magic in time though. So to me it just seems like some kind of information about this at the bottom. I don't want to get into this for some reason. This could have something to do with it. Some idea or information is going to be accidentally discovered, and someone needs to rebuild some kind of truth when it comes to this, because everything was false, and something about being toxic. Right? And then there's some kind of magic thing here. Magical pill. Magic pill. And then something about in time. We will know about this. Or it affects time. Your time. And there's time again. So I'm going to say this. This could possibly the first thing that came to my mind. I don't want to say it. Whatever comes to your mind may be that. There's a couple of things that this could be. Right? But I'm thinking one of them could be this magical weight loss pill. It's magical weight loss pill. For some reason, I'm thinking that this is what it's about. All right. Okay, let's go to the Arizona. I'm just focusing on the states that are usually on the news, or I notice on the news and stuff. And yeah, that's one of the ones I'm gonna do. And then some of them that there's something specifically happening there that I want to ask a question. I'm gonna ask. Right? Okay, so one of the things that pops up a lot about Arizona, in my opinion, is that there's a lot of like minorities missing. That's what people are claiming online. That there's a lot of minorities missing or indigenous people missing, and that it's like some kind of, I don't know, like they're being targeted, I guess, which I don't know. I see a lot of people missing. I have a page I follow and there's like all kinds of people missing, but that's what they're saying about Arizona sometimes. So let's see if it's true. Okay, so Arizona, this is the question I'm going to ask about you in your state. It's going to be 2 out of 3, right? And I have several states I'm going to do. So, yes, and Michigan's going to be in there because it's on the news. Texas is going to be there. California is going to be there. And then Florida and blah, blah, blah. So, let's see here. Arizona, 2 out of 3. Are the indigenous people or the minorities in Arizona that are missing being targeted? In other words, they're being targeted to being kidnapped or disappear. I don't know how else to say that. Yes, no, maybe. We're going to do 2 out of 3. So we're going to do 3. We're going to shuffle these 1, 2, and then 3. So yes, no, maybe. Tell us the truth and clarity when it comes to Arizona. So this is maybe. I'm going to stick to yes, no, maybe, okay? So this is a no. No. Maybe. Whoop, that one just jumped. Landed like this, so I'm going to keep it as maybe. So the first one is maybe, right? Let's do maybe. So something about feeling unwelcome, fearing change, and then choices. What the fuck? There might be a decent, I don't know why this came to mind. I don't really, honestly, I'm going to give you my opinion. I don't think so. I think people go missing. There's no specific, oh, let's just go for the Mexicans. I'm part Mexican, okay? Oh, let's go for this or let's go for that. No, I don't think so for the most cases, or especially this one. But the weird part is this, though. That's my opinion, right? Because I see a lot of people missing, no matter the color, gender, nothing. But it says here, unwelcome. Someone's feeling like they're fearing change, which is shocking to me. And unions. Like, that's weird, don't you think? Okay, so first one is maybe. Let's go ahead and do 2 more, and then we'll get your answer. I'm a little bit like wondering what's really happening now, because I really didn't think so. Yes, no, maybe is Arizona's missing people that people are claiming online that they're missing and they're being targeted because of their minorities or whatever. Is that the case? Are they being specifically targeted because of this? Okay, it's kind of sideways, but they're both maybe, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Well, no. So the second one is no. Second one is no, guys. So maybe and no. Something about self-victim, something about critic, and something about self-discipline. take it how you want to when it comes to those three words. Okay, for Arizona, if their indigenous minorities are being targeted, in other words, made missing on purpose just because of their color of the skin. One more, so we got a maybe, and then what did I say? Okay. Maybe. So I'm gonna have to stick with maybe and stick to the phrases that I said before on the other two times. So there is choices or some kind of illusion here, and someone feeling very sensitive to this. And then there's something about passionate here. Confidence. Okay, so Arizona, you are a maybe to possibly, if it's what I'm getting, possibly that it may be not necessarily for everybody, but there's a good chunk of people that are being targeted just because of the color of their skin and may go missing, if that makes any sense. Okay, so whether, here's the truth though, I know people don't want to hear this, whether or not they're being targeted by their own people, which that should be also be highlighted in my opinion. You can't just take bits and pieces to make a narrative. You have to take the whole picture. So all I'm saying is that if, like, I'm Mexican, well, that's my ethnicity. I'm American, but you know what I mean? That's, you know, if there's 100 of us that go missing, all right, I'm just being logical here, common sense, and 75 to 80 of us have been, you know, kidnapped by people of our own kind, then it's not technically, I mean, in my opinion, it's almost as if people make it seem online like it's a racial, by other people that are not the same color being kidnapped when they're really being kidnapped by whoever, or this, our own people. Does that make sense? So everybody needs to take responsibility for that, is all I gotta say. Okay, so what's happening? The biggest thing happening for Arizona. Let's see what's happening here. What's in January? Anything that's going to be in the news mostly for Arizona. I'm going to pull these and then pull my little smaller cards, and then I'm going to go to the next state, which I think is Texas or California or Michigan. I don't know. Let's see. What's the biggest thing happening for Arizona? What's going to be in the news in the month of January? I'm gonna tell you this. It's just, it really just talks about someone's gonna expose someone on how they're conning some kind of benefit. That's the biggest thing. And it has to do with a connection or a marriage within the government. Like, and I don't mean marriage between two people. It could be, but it could be like two departments. So there's somebody here that is being fake, carrying the snake of lies. And it has to do with benefits. Something that the state money benefits. Like this. What do I mean? Like, I don't know why this is coming to mind. Someone mentioned this and it could be happening. It's like somebody here releasing funds on, like, for example, on SNAP benefits, for example, and it's a lie, and then they're like filtering it for something else with someone else. There's something that's going to be exposed, and it has, like, it hurts somebody's benefits, Social Security, SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, something like that, and it's all lies or fake. And it's something about it's going to be like I don't know. It's going to be positive, whatever this is. The exposure, like being exposed, is going to be positive for everybody. All right. This is what I got for Arizona. Oh, never mind. I have to pull the little small cards. Okay, let me mute it. Okay, anything else happening for Arizona that's going to be in the news or we need to know, whatever? I'm just going to do these and then that's it. I'm going to go to the next state. Because I already got 20 minutes. And I was like, less than 30 minutes. Not. I still have several states. See what's happening. Alrighty, so there is going to be some kind of breakup in Arizona. Like an inside job or something that we're not aware of. Something, it's like within the government or something. Okay, so there's going to be a breakup of some sorts. Okay, so whatever this is going to be all over the news or talked about a lot. It's going to be on fire. I think people are going to see things differently when it comes to these people. This could be someone just famous there, or it could just be someone with a title or some kind of position here. And the reason why this is happening is because someone's going to find out someone has dealings with some kind of criminal activity. Okay? And someone wants to exit this. Someone's going to keep there's some kind of proof, camera, pictures, some kind of proof that's going to come out. And whatever this is, it happened a long time ago, though. It started a long time ago. Whatever this is happened a long time ago. So it could have been started by somebody else, like a family member, and then it was handed on to the next person. And then they're still doing the same kind of criminal activity. And whoever this is, this person has no chance. Now, whether or not the government or the court, whatever, let them off the hook because they're just as bad. No. What I'm saying, they can't prove anything that they were not doing this. That it's going to be obvious. And then it's going to be some kind of log or information that's going to be exposed about this person. That's the biggest things happening coming out of Arizona. Alrighty, so let's move to the next state. California. Alrighty, so let's see California. The biggest thing I can think about is they talk a lot about the governor there. I want to say Newsom, only because they say that a lot online. But it's Newsom, right? They talk a lot about him, how he's been, one of the biggest things is that he's been stealing from the Californian people. Let's see. Has he been defrauding financially or taking money from the Californian people? In other words, like that fire incident or that disaster, and that his company was pocketing some kind of money. Let's see. Did the governor of California, was he defrauding, stealing money funds for the disaster thing? Did he steal money and or funds? Yes, no, maybe. 2 out of 3. Truth and clarity. Whether you like him or not, I don't give a shit. Let's see what's happening. Was he stealing money? Was he stealing money from the California people during the disasters? The governor. Okay, the first one is no. Okay, so first one, we still got to do 2 more at least. So, but it's interesting though. There's something to end in sight, and he was some kind of greed here, and then maybe overprotective. Interesting. Okay, so the first one, what is it? Yeah, no. Okay, so the second one, let's see what it is. So we gotta know. I gotta remember it's a no, because I'll forget. Alright, so the governor from California, was he stealing money from the California people, whether it's the fire thing, disaster, or other money he's been stealing? Whatever. I should have said it like that in the beginning. But I still have time to correct that, right? So yes, maybe, no. Has he? Newsom. Oh gosh, I keep trying to say Newsom. Okay, this is sideways, so I really can't take it because it's not the same letters. So okay, so this time there was a no, and we have a definitely yes on the second one. We still got to do it one more time, so remember that. But it's here saying some kind of hard work or about a legacy. He's working towards a legacy. he's trying to celebrate. And then he's having some kind of guidance here. Self-reflection deal. So we have a no and a yes. Let me shuffle these a little bit better. They're kind of thick enough to where it's hard for me to shuffle them all together sometimes. Okay, one more time. We have a no and a yes. What else we got for this guy? Is he stealing? Has he stolen money? Is he stealing or has he stolen money from peoples of California? Governor, is he stealing money? Or has he stolen money at least? Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to take this sideways. It could have been a yes, but because I'm not 100% sure how it would have fallen the way it landed on my chest, I can't really take it. So let's keep going. Okay, that's a no. Even though sideways, but it's all no for some reason. It really popped out for me there. Ugh, God. Sideways, nope. So I can't take it either because it's two different ones. Okay, so the answer is a yes. The governor, based on tarot, this is not evidence, this isn't proof, this is just tarot, guys, is telling me that the governor has stolen money from the residents of California. Now, if it ever turns out that they can prove that this is true, and you are the people who say, who cares? Who cares? As long as he's not someone else, or who cares? I love him so much. I want to lick his balls. You know, some shit like that. You know, Marcelo, you're the part of the problem. They're stealing, you need to kick them out. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so if he is stealing, which is telling me this is yes, 3 times yes here, and it's 2 out of 3, he is trying to balance something out for a new beginning that he wants to come together. He's trying to balance himself out, so something that he's going to need the money for. But it doesn't matter, right? If he's stealing, guys. Hello? Hello? God damn, people are so stupid. Okay, so let's see here. What is happening with the governor in the month of January that we need to know about? The governor of California as of right now. What is happening for him? Or what is he doing? Whatever that we need to know the most about. Truth and clarity, right? People come with the craziest words. Craziest words for people. Like trompas, new scum. Shit like that. Alrighty then. Okay. What does that mean? I don't know. It's okay. So this is, to me, is like something's beginning or like taking movement. That's the way I was going to see it, right? Let's see. If it's not, it's 10 of Swords right here. It popped out. Possibly ending of some sorts, and it's something that he felt really close to his heart. It has to do with the male. So it could be someone he's cutting ties with in January that abandoned his ship when it comes to him. Someone that he felt heartily that he felt love for, care for. I'm not saying he's homosexual. That's not what I'm saying. It could be, but there's something like that. Okay, that he's cutting ties. It's ending. It's moving away. There's some kind of ending here, moving away when it comes to someone, and it's a male energy here. Okay, let's see. Is there anything happening in California that's going to be on the news in January? Well, nothing from California, please. Let's see what else. This is not very loud, so I'm just gonna not mute it. Then I'll forget to unmute it. Alright. Okay, so is California going to be involved in some kind of disaster that could have been avoidable in January? Or it's going to be exposed in January? So if it already happened, this talks about it was immaturity, something that it could have been avoided. Like someone was taking a really immature decision or immature action when it comes to this, and it turned out to be a disaster, and it could have been avoidable, and people are going to think shift blame kind of thing, or change how they seen what happened with California when it comes to this. People are going to start changing their mind about how they feel about this. Childish behavior, immaturity, not making the right decision. This could have been avoided, California. Alright, this is all I'm doing for California. Alrighty then. Who we got next? These are the states that have been on the news a lot. Okay, so I didn't do the governor of Arizona because I really haven't seen a whole lot about the governor. Maybe I'm missing it, so that's the reason I didn't do the one in Arizona. I don't know if have I heard much about the governor, and oh yeah, okay. I have heard a few things. Let me see if I'm going to answer these questions or not. Let's see if I got a question for this person, okay, or about this person. Alrighty, so you know what? I'm going to answer this question. So, there is this tragic, horrible thing that happened. It's been more than, I mean, it happens all over the world, really, but this one really, like, struck me, especially hearing the details about this case. I don't want to say their names anymore because I feel like they're already on the news a lot. But anyways, there's a mom. I don't know why she got really... I don't even want to talk about this. You know, I'm going to make a video about this specifically. I'm like, because I think we need to know more about this case anyway. So I'm going to leave that one alone. Sorry. So when it comes to New Mexico... Oh! When it comes to New Mexico, people have been wondering this a lot. Is the next governor of New Mexico after this one, which is a Democrat, is this next governor that's going to run, I think, next year? Or vote next year for, is it going to be a Republican? Yes, no, maybe. The governor of New Mexico. Nuevo Mexico, is this governor going to be a Republican? Yes, no, maybe. Like the title Republican. Let's see what we got. People have been asking that online. Okay. Okay, first one, that was really fast. Yes, that doesn't mean anything. You gotta go 2 more rounds, right? So we have some kind of strong. Generous. Turning point. I'm not sure what that means. Does, I don't know, Republicans and generous go together? Just kidding. Let me see here. Let's see. I'll criticize Democrats and Republicans. I don't care. And liberals or whatever the next ones are, or independents. I don't even know. These people are not even heard hardly because they don't have a really a position in the government. Okay. I'm not shuffling very well, so let me just do this. Okay. So we got a yes. Is the next governor of New Mexico going to be Republican? Title Republican. This is tarot, guys. This is just tarot. This is for fun. I'm not going to guarantee this is going to happen, okay? Yes. That's fucking fast. Alright, so it's telling me that, yes, the next governor of New Mexico will be a Republican. Something about hard work, having more success, and then a fresh start, free-spirited kind of thing. Okay. Alright. Now I'm just going to do this once. Whatever that comes out. Let's do a gender cut. Why? Because I'm nosy. Is the next Republican going to be a male or a female? Again, I'm just a tarot reader. I'm not perfect, okay? That's all. Okay. Let's see what comes out the first one round. More male or female that I What shit? Let's do 3 more, and then that's it. Let's see. Oof. Is that a male or a female? Like, that could go either way. Do one more. Let's break this tie. Male or female? Jesus Christ. Some people make these things, they look so... Okay, I want to say it's a male because I think in the original it's a male. And I'm just going to go with male. But some of them it's kind of hard to tell what they are. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not going to... But all I can say is that the card's saying that the next one's going to be Republican. Okay, the next governor. Alright. Let's see, what's the biggest news or the biggest drama or something that New Mexico is going to be facing as a state within the state in January? Well, that's a lot of shit, man. Okay. Let's see what we've got for New Mexico. He said, I'm just decided I'm going to do what I want with my tarot cards because I just don't know. I don't have what it takes to become, like, very popular with the videos. And don't want to do love videos every fucking 5 seconds because it wears me out. I'm sorry. Alright, so if that doesn't take off, it's fine because I'm doing it for me anyways. So, altered records. Okay, so somebody's going to be focused on some kind of alteration. Someone altered some records. I speak 2 languages and sarcasm, and I'm trying to learn sign language, so bear with me. So altered records. Someone's been lying about some kind of records. Alright, so and then someone's gonna trap somebody on this. Someone's gonna try to trap somebody, but it doesn't matter. This test is gonna fail because people are blind. So somebody here is looking at fake altered records to try to trap somebody, to corner someone, but this test is gonna fail because people are too fucking blind. And what do I mean? I mean, if people are idolizing, one thing I hate the most is people, and they fucking idolize and worship and like the celebrities. And it doesn't even matter what they do. It doesn't even matter how much proof is out there about celebrities. People are still like, no, there's no way. They're like the perfect people. They can never commit sin. Oh, it's so annoying. Sorry, but that's so fucking annoying. So it has to do with some kind of work corruption here. Someone was staying after hours on the outside. Maybe even has to do with putting extra hours. But, okay, so the position is higher. Maybe the issue is smaller. But it's still more important, or equally as important if it's vice versa. The reason is because of position. The position is person, the title is higher. And even though the issue is smaller, but it's still a big problem. Versus if it was a smaller person with a big corruption. Again, the reason why with someone with the title is just as important. Sorry, my dog is whining because I haven't blocked off from part of this room. And it's because the title is what sets it off. Okay? So I think somebody's here is going to try to show how things could be shifted when it comes to theft. Trying to change somebody's ideas or perspective on how someone's stealing, period. This has to do with theft, period. I think that's all I hear the most about New Mexico on the news is like embezzlement kind of thing. So anyways, I think I'm done with New Mexico. Let's see what the next state is. I'm just having fun with this, guys. It's nothing serious. This is just tarot. I'm not doing a love reading right now because I'm sick of it. Okay, so Tejas. What we got on Texas? Let's see what's happening. Alright, so people have been complaining and whining and making fun of a handicapped governor, which is ridiculous. The people who complain about Trump making fun of a disability are the same people making fun of the governor there for being disabled. But I don't understand that. Whether you like him or not, but that's kind of wrong. But anyways, let's see what we got. So, what's happening over there? So, one of the things that he's done that's been on the news a lot is banning Sharia law. Okay, so I'm not going to go into crazy detail what I feel about Sharia law, but he did ban it. Let's see here. I'm going to ask a question or two about that. Is banning Sharia law a good thing for Texas? Yes, no, maybe. Yes and no, obviously has its own answers, right, in the way. Maybe will be like it'll make no difference, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Texas. Is the ban on Sharia law beneficial for Texas? Yes, no, maybe. Just 2 out of 3. You guys should know how I feel about oppression of genders or specific people. So I don't need to know into detail on that. But anyways, so the first one round is no. Saying banning Sharia law beneficial for Texas, it says no. So it says here, self-victim. It has some kind of independence or criticism here. And there is the Queen of Vessels, which is a canoe card in this deck for me, which is something about spirituality here. Which is interesting that came out. So the first one round is no. Let's do 2 more. So, Texas, by banning Sharia law, is it beneficial for Texas? By banning Sharia law, is it beneficial for Texas? Yes, no, maybe. First one is no. Let's see what the second one is. I'm going to give you guys a phrase, my thoughts on something like that, because, let's see, maybe, and then this is sideways, but it's maybe, so it doesn't matter. So let's see here. Sideways, so I'm not taking it. Okay, so the second one is yes. So banning Sharia law, we got a no and a yes if it's beneficial for Texas. Some kind of efficient, mutual unity and celebration. So weddings has to be, it talks about unions here. And celebrations like a wedding. Like weddings. It'll be beneficial because of weddings? That's weird. Okay, so no yes. Let's do one more. Is banning Sharia law beneficial for Texas? Yes, no, maybe, clarity and truth. Again, this is just tarot, guys. This isn't proof of anything or evidence. Alright. So we got a yes and we got a no. Wow, the same card came out. Okay. I'm just gonna see. These are no. Okay. Let me get it. Okay, that one came upside down. I'll flip it over. That's a maybe. So we got a maybe. So yes, no, and maybe. Right. You know, now that we have one each, before I start the last one, let me just say this, okay? My personal opinion, again, I have a right to have my own opinion. If you don't like it, you know what? I don't give a fuck, because I only have 200 people. So if you guys don't like, I mean, I'm not obviously making money off of this. So all I'm saying is that, do I like women acting like some $20 hookers or looking like $20 hookers online? And then just the attention, look at me, Hollywood standards that they set are ridiculous and disgusting. I don't like it. But am I going to take their freedom? Hell no, that's their own decision. Do I like the women being oppressed, covered up, and brainwashed to believe that they're doing something great for themselves? In my opinion, again, no, hell no. I'm like in the middle. I don't know about that shit. Okay, one more. So we got yes, no, maybe. What shocks me is that, I don't know, people don't see the wrong in both sides. How Hollywood is wrong. They've set their own kind of culture thing. And then also the other side, the really extreme religious kind of thing where it's just a, you know, because it's usually women are the only ones that are covered up. It's weird. Stay at home kind of thing. It's like, I mean, I want to stay home, but I can't, and I just don't want to. I want to have a choice too. Not just say you have a choice, but if you choose wrong, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's not a choice, baby. Okay, so let's keep going. Yes, no, maybe. If it's a beneficial thing for Texas to ban Sharia law. Sideways. I'm not taking it. Okay, come on. My hands are like, it's not shop time. No. Say no. My cards. When it all costs to hold on to this, and you're gonna be trapped. You know what? I'm thinking here it's too late. I hate to say this. I think that the move towards avoiding this is too late. Is what it's telling me. Whether or not it's like at this point it's almost too late. You think you should just, you know, when something's too late, should you just turn around and play dead? No. But I'm just saying, it might be very tough now because people waited too long. You know, they waited too long is what it's telling me. It's too late because you waited too long. But I mean, how would it be that interesting of a world if we're all the same? If there's no diversity in a way? You know, there's no, like, you know, I mean, that's what makes this world so interesting. We have different terrains and landscapes and different economies and different cultures and different religions and different languages. And, you know, but if we're all the same, what's the fucking point anymore? Just saying. Anyways, this is all I got for, well, let me pull some more. What else we got for Texas? That's it. After this, I'm done. And then I think I have a few more states. But I think it's just almost to the point where it's too late already. And something should have been done. If Texas had a problem with something, they should have done with that a long time ago, in my opinion. Not waited to where it's taking so long or been already in there so long. It's just saying. Again, I'm not for the Hollywood standards. I don't like it. I don't like their ideas, but I'm not for the other side either. I think they're just as bad as the other side, and they don't see it. They don't see how bad they are. Just because they're two different extremes, they're still bad. All right, so what do we got here? Some more shit, more crime happening at night. People trying to catch others lying. Somebody with a title is going to be threatened. With a position and or title. There's going to be some kind of cover-up and some kind of truth, distorted truth will come out. And what do I mean? It's just, like, not the whole truth. Work. Things are not going to be working out. Like the work industry for Texas, there's something about being too biased. People looking the other way too much. Immigration, there's going to be too many blind spots. Checkpoints. Okay, someone's going to be ambushed in a meeting. Someone's planning to start an ambush in Texas. This has to do with some kind of outside work in global operations. So it could be a terrorist group involved in all this, or a different country. Civil unrest would be costly. There's going to be possibly talks about civil unrest, a meeting about protesting or something like that. And it has to do with immigration because there's checkpoint and ambush right next to each other too. Okay, this is all I got for Texas. Texas. Yeah, sorry, Texas. Sucks because I used to live there. Let's see here. Florida. I got Florida, and then we got, you know, I'm not going to do these. Maybe next time. That's all I got, guys. I think it's 50 minutes. I'm done. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Bye.